I'm Cecilia Chan, the Director of the Master of Nonprofit Management program. I'm here to introduce to you the list of teachers who will be teaching this program 2015 to 2016. The Master of Social Science in Nonprofit Management aims at training leaders in the civil society, and particularly in the nonprofit sector in the Asian Pacific countries, Greater China, and throughout the world. With vibrant economic and social development in the East, there's an active civil society movement in the region and mushrooming nonprofit sectors in the philanthropic foundation of the organization. The Master of Social Science in Nonprofit Management goes beyond the traditional scope of nonprofit management. It focuses on the extent of the public and social innovation, strategic problem solving, capacity enhancement for the leaders, effective leadership, financial planning of the organization, philanthropy, and social organizations. In this program, we have a very strong team of prominent local and international experts who will be aiming to train leaders in the field. We aim at the senior and middle level managements in charity foundations and nonprofit organizations. The student would not only learn from the teachers, they also will be grouped into clusters of students where they learn from each other. Their fellow students will be part of this international network where they will be peers for life. This master program would also offer candidates with a dual degree option, with SPEAR being the Master of Public Administration in Nonprofit Management of the School of Public and Environmental Affairs in Indiana University, Wilmington. Now I'm going to introduce to you the group of teachers who will be teaching this program 2015 to 2016. Myself is Cecilia Chan. I'm professor in the Department of Social Work and Social Administration of University of Hong Kong. I have extensively working experiences with NGOs, and I serve on their boards and also participate in new service innovations and creative projects. The Deputy Program Director is Dr. Yu Chan. Yu is a very experienced frontline social worker, as well as she has served as Director of the Federation of Women's Centers. And she has also worked in private charitable foundation for a number of years who have orchestrated a lot of very important and significant projects in Hong Kong and in mainland China. Dr. Elaine Chan is Associate Professor of the Department of Politics and Public Administration. Not only is she very active in the area of nonprofit management, she herself is also very active in a social enterprise that runs services the Love and Hope Foundation. There's also Professor Christine Fang. Christine is the ex-Hong Kong Council of Social Service Chief Executive. She had been working with NGOs, service directors of various organizations, CEO of the Red Cross, and the Hong Kong Council of Social Services. She is now a professor in the Faculty of Social Sciences of the university. We have Dr. Lucy Jordan. Lucy is very experienced in social development projects throughout the world. She has extensive experience of working in the US, the UK, and now she has projects in Africa, in Nepal, in Indonesia, in the region, and Europe. We also have Ms. Shelley Kong, who has extensive experience of working in domestic violence. There's also Mr. Steve Lam. Steve is a certified public accountant. He is Deputy Director of the Hong Kong Society for the Protection of Children. We also have Dr. Helen Liu. Helen is a very experienced teacher in the Department of Politics and Public Administration. She teaches courses in nonprofit management and herself is a graduate of the Indiana University. Professor Terry Lam, he is currently the head of Department of Social Work and Social Administration. He orchestrated a lot of very significant, important projects in the area of aging, in service contracting, in service designs, in cash coupons, and in behavioral economics management projects. We also have Dr. Lori Nakuchi. She, after getting her PhD from the US, she has extensive experience of working on charity foundations in the region for over 20 years. She has projects in China, Japan, and throughout the region. We are very lucky to have her to share her experience. We also have Ms. Michelle Sham. Michelle is a social worker by training. She has worked as a social worker, but meanwhile also have a training in law. Her area of specialization is on law and nonprofit management. We also have Professor Bernadette Choi. Bernadette is a very experienced public relations expert. She is now also serving in the Hong Kong University Foundation in fundraising, corporate image, and relationship building. Therefore, she will be sharing with us on the philanthropy management. We also have Dr. Xiaolu Wang. Dr. Wang is an organizational psychologist. She works on strategic management and serving NGOs, development of leaderships in the region. This is the e-lecture on public-private partnership models and debate. Obviously, in the nonprofit sector, we are closely working with the business sector as well as the government sector. Nonprofit cannot survive on their own without working closely with government nor with business sector. But nonprofit being 1/3 of the major economy, we also have our role. So in this debate, we are going to differentiate what are the relationship of the public and the private partnerships. Obviously, when we work with government, the government will be imposing monitoring rules, regulations, and especially through tax exemption purposes. What are the issues of control and purchase of programs that governments will be able to provide to private sector and nonprofit? One of the major controversy of government financing is whether government should treat nonprofit organizations as a service provider. Nonprofit sector was established because of public sector failure. Some people said that it is important for the private sector and the nonprofit sector to be emerging because of the public sector failure. However, there is also another theory that describes the complementarity of the government sector together with the business and the nonprofit sector. And government is there to monitor, to make sure that the private sector and the nonprofit sector failures would be taken care of. So in this debate, we shall discuss these issues.